In social entrepreneurship, what that means is, why should we even bother doing anything good on earth? What is the interest to the people who are actually engaged in acts of conspiracy and embezzlement? Why do they care? And that's what I'm going to focus on today. And I would like to thank all of my co-speakers today for laying the groundwork with transparency and the impact that corruption has. So let's move straight to why. So we have a tree here. Most of the tree is actually completely dead, with the top part being green. And let's pretend that that's 1% of Bangladesh's population. Why do they care that the rest of the 163.7 million people are in the dead part of the tree? This is the question today. They may not care that the tree is dead, but they might. So if you switch from what you previously saw to where you have this water coming up, if the entire tree gets to flourish, that means that all 164.7 million Bengalis get to live and contribute to the society, which takes the burden off of the top 1%. So, why stop taking bribes and embezzling? You'll actually be richer. Not just you, but in the interest of the people who are engaged in these activities, based on research, why it's in their best interest to stop. Continue. A genius. Albert Einstein. Elon Musk. The founders of Uber and Lyft. The founders of Airbnb. Airbnb went to 10 venture capitalists who said, no one's ever going to pay to sleep in your house. Well, they were wrong. Next. And everyone knows Steve Jobs. And Stephen Hawking. These are geniuses. My question is, where are Bangladesh's geniuses? We have a few in this room right here, but continue. Most of them are unable in this system. They're in this part of the tree. So how do you find the geniuses in Bangladesh to make society thrive so that even the top percent are rich? Clean water provided to a society has a 10 times return on investment. This is according to research. This isn't a random opinion. So what that means is, next, if the government invests 10 million, they'll have an immediate, within 3 years, return of 100 million. Now, multiply that out as many times as you want. So giving people clean water is actually good for the people in the government, and it makes them wealthier because all 164 million people can contribute. Next. Now, if that doesn't make you proud, nothing will. If you are contributing to the betterment of your society, then Bangladesh will be proud. Every single ruler.
Yes, we are proud of Bangladesh.
This is Garji Banjere Kul. She's founder and CEO of Elon Street. According to research, if you support female entrepreneurship, they carry the entire community. They feed the children, they contribute to the welfare of the house, they clothe the children, and then they give money to the church or the mosque and support the entire community. Based on research, female entrepreneurs will support the growth of Bangladesh. So you're next going to see Tati is a cafe. It is a social enterprise doing good for the society as well as a cafe. The problem with Hajire here is that she's in London. This is an example of brain drain. If you want to stop the brain drain, then if the government sponsors and supports female entrepreneurship, in particular through microfinancing, please ask me about any of this. We have a short time. Microfinancing will develop all of Bangladesh and bring people like Hajire back here. So another way how is to establish accelerators. Many of you in here are entrepreneurial. I have seen the acts of great human beings just because they thought of it. Accelerators will find your geniuses and help them capture value from the social enterprise and the enterprises that they are trying to create. This is an example of iHub in Kenya, is an accelerator there that is building up the entrepreneurial spirit in Kenya. There are also ones that are doing great strides in Kurdistan. This is a great image I found of a boat school in Bangladesh, which is a creative solution to a problem of education here. But the education of everybody will help Bangladesh find the geniuses who will support the entire nation to wealth, to drive that growth. So, why? Look at the money here. Elon Musk is worth $219 billion. Next. Uber and Lyft, $4 billion. Airbnb, $13 billion. Apple, $26 billion. We're just getting started. Walmart, I don't know where it went. Amazon is worth $1.1 trillion. Walmart is worth $265 billion. Berkshire Hathaway, $619 billion. I haven't even started to get to the top 10, let alone the top 100, let alone the top 1,000. All of that money from the currently dead part of the tree will funnel up to make the entire tree green and make the leaders of Bangladesh proud and rich. This is another example. Teach youth skills like self-management. This little boy is looking at something he wants, and he's waiting. Think about that for a minute. He wants something, and he's not just going to take it. Imagine what that happens when that child becomes a teenager or age 21. The words at the bottom. If man does not learn to master his instincts, he becomes a slave to them. Teach self-control to your youth. That self-discipline will help them achieve their goals. Proactively teach conflict resolution. I brought with me today an actual roll of toilet paper to demonstrate the need for diversity in teams. And there's a chemist who designs the paper. There's another chemist who designs the wrapper. Then there's a factory with managers, architects, and employees, all with different ways of thinking. It takes all of them working together to create toilet paper. Now, no one's going to argue that we don't need it, but we have to work through our conflict in order to get to a better solution. So this is an example of a diverse team. Research demonstrates that diversity of thought. Look at the diversity in this room. Diversity of thought creates a better product. This is not my opinion, this is research. This is my Suki 222 Bangladesh project. Thank you to everybody involved. We distributed water, and we're going to distribute more clean water to Chittagong and other places later this week. Thank you to Suman Barua and Ratan Kumar Das for this project. And these are all, this is a review of why we should do it. Next. The title of this was Solutions to Corruption at Governmental, Institutional, and Personal Levels. Again, we had to abbreviate it. So if you scan this, you will tag the department that I work for and expand your own personal reach. So feel free to take a picture of this barcode and tag my institute if you want to post these pictures. Lastly, I'm Jessica Ash, Assistant Director of the John W. Altman Institute for Entrepreneurship in the Pharma School of Business at Miami University, and I thank you for your time. Feel free to scan my LinkedIn.